All right, so we're at the Ritz-Carlton Miami South Beach, and I decided to make this video really quick just to show you guys the most effective 15-minute strategy for XAU USD for the year 2025. The reason why I say it's the best is because I successfully turned $55 all the way to $5,000 in just 10 trading days. I posted it all on YouTube. Check out the previous videos if you haven't, step by step. And this is exactly how I've done it. The 15-minute has been the most promising to me, so I'm going to show you guys step by step in a more tutorial form instead of live trading, which I showed every single trade, pre-analysis, and sent it out to the Discord chats of Prop Firm Algo. So this is more like a tutorial. Let's go ahead and dive right into it. All right, so here we are on TradingView, and we could get rid of every single indicator that we have in the chart since we only need this one strategy to become profitable. Let's get rid of this. And by the end of this video, guys, you will understand the difference between the 2.1 version, which is available to all members, and then the 3.0 Prop Firm Algo version, which is available only for lifetime members. So look at this 15-minute strategy. Just from this first signal, when the trend was confirmed, we have a total of 6,000 points on XAU USD. This is a trend-based algorithm, so you're only going to get buy signals when the trend is buying, and you're only going to get sell signals when the trend is bearish, like you see here. This is a huge advantage, and the 3.0 version has a ranging detection feature where it allows you to detect ranging markets to make sure that you stay away from when the market is not favorable to trade. But look at this sell signal, guys. Just look at this. Right here, that is a total of 5,000 points. Absolutely beautiful. And the key difference between this algo and every single indicator that's out there being sold for TradingView is this. This is a key point that is crucial. That is the reason why people are losing with these other algos that simply do not work. And the reason why I say they do not work is because most of these algorithms will give you buy and sell signals like crazy, and you don't even know when or where to anticipate that entry. So let's just go over the entry point. The entry point is always going to be the institutional entry lines that you see drawn up right here, so you can anticipate when to enter before price even gets to that point. So let me just go back a little further. Just about here looks good. And notice that when price touches these institutional entry lines, that is when it produces the signal. We have a confirmed downtrend by the green candle and the sell signal at the institutional entry line, instead of, let's say, having a candle close and price going immediately in the opposite direction. So this is going to save you a lot of time from doing bad entries. So let's go ahead and go short right here at the institutional entry line. Put our stop loss right behind the B institutional entry line, or also known as the RTD line, which I'll go over in just a bit. We can then use the previous low as a take profit and looking to have a solid 1 to 2 risk to reward. And you're going to see that there's going to be a couple more entries produced each time that price touches the institutional entry lines. So right here, there is a second entry provided. And now you're going to see when price touches the line again, we have another sell entry. And right here, and going straight into profit. This is the strategy that's going to change your trading performance forever. And unfortunately, there's just so many other indicators online promoting that they're profitable. In reality, they are not. They literally just want you to sign up to their services. And then once you sign up, there's not even customer service. And the other companies don't even give you a risk management solution like Prop Firm Algo, which you can watch the other videos, that has the best auto lot size calculator for MetaTrader 4 and 5. So this is an all-in-one solution. But let's continue on the strategy. And you're going to see that once price touches this institutional entry line, we're going to get another entry. So we're waiting for the retest, and we did not get an entry there because it did not touch the institutional entry line. If we go into the indicator here, and each one of these inputs I'll go over in a bit so you can fully understand what it does. But right now, we're just going to go over what the strategy is and what we're looking out for. We're always looking for price to come back to the institutional entry lines, entering here and then following the confirmed trend. Like we see here, it is a confirmed downtrend. We have the TRF line in alignment to the confirmed trend, which is showing a strong possibility for a continuation. So we always want to trade with the trend. I'm pretty sure you've heard 1,000 times the trend is your friend, and that's exactly what we're doing. We're trading along with the trend. We're not swimming against the current. We're flowing with the current. So let's go ahead and continue and wait for our entry point. And look at that. We didn't get a pullback just there. And this is a total of 6,000 points on XAU USD. And for those of you who are future traders, this is actually the GC. So if I go into my futures watch list, the GC1 will be for futures traders. So Forex, it's XAU USD, and for futures, it's the GC1. So you could use this for futures. You could also use this for Forex. The 15-minute strategy is the one. Now, let's continue and wait for a pullback to hit the institutional entry lines. Now that we have an entry, remember guys, it was not at the candle close. It was right at when price touched the institutional entry line. Again, we're going in short. We could then use the previous low as our take profit, and then we could have our stop loss somewhere behind the B institutional entry line. Right here, we don't really have a favorable 1 to 2 risk to reward. So typically, I won't want to enter this trade. And guess what? If we do decide to enter this trade, notice that the TRF line is white. So if price hits that white TRF line, being that this white TRF line could be a possible support area, we could easily put our stop in profit and exit this trade. So that way, if the trade goes against us, then at least we can then exit at a break even if it is a losing trade. And in this case, we did have a successful trade. Make sure you guys drink some tea and stay hydrated. So now that you understand the sell entry, guys, let's go ahead and look at the buys. And I'm going to show you right now how we can detect ranging markets and stay away from entries that are not favorable in bad market conditions. Let's start off with doing the replay mode right here. And now at this moment, you're probably thinking, well, what about these sell signals? Why haven't these gone into profit? Well, what about these ranging markets? What am I supposed to do here? I'm going to show you the ultimate cheat code for you to stay away from the market when the market is ranging. So inside of the settings, if we scroll all the way down right here, we have the dashboard. We could click that on, and now we're going to be able to see the difference between buyers and sellers currently within the market live in real time while we are trading. So if we have a surplus of buyers in the market where it's showing plus 55 and we're going in short with this TRF line that is shown white, a possible support area, then why are you going to go short? You want to go short when the TRF line is shown bearish, just like we showed earlier, and we want to go long when the trend confirmation is bullish with a positive buying volume. So here we see a positive buying volume with a bullish trend confirmation. So we could only look for buys. We're not going to look for shorts. We're going to wait for price to come to the institutional entry line and then continue with the confirmed trend. So let's get this tool here, come right back down to the institutional entry line, giving us the exact point of entry right here. So we can pre-calculate our lot size before the trade even gets there, which other indicators do not have. They're just going to give you the signal out of nowhere, and that's not going to be helpful to you at all. How are you supposed to learn the strategy if you have no idea where or why the buy entry or sell entry is given to you? You're just given a signal randomly. Like, that does not work. It's never going to work. So again, just drop all those indicators because you're wasting your time. Here, look, we know when the entry is. we're waiting for the entry to come to our institutional entry line. And the best part is with the MetaTrader software, we can automatically create our lot size for us to equal a set percentage. So let me just get rid of this. We have the buy entry ready to go. Let's go long. Put our entry right here. Stop loss right behind the B institutional entry line, which is in alignment to the auto supply and demand zone provided by prop firm algo right here. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. And to show you what this entry is, if I get my fib and we go onto this impulse leg right here and right to this high, this is right at the 61.8. So instead of cluttering your chart, putting on the fib, and sometimes you're not really sure where to place the fib, especially for new traders, it's given to you automatically by these institutional entry lines so you can eliminate the guesswork. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put this a TP for a 1 to 2 risk to reward by putting this a little higher right here. Stop loss a little tighter behind the B institutional entry line, and see how this turns out. So right here, I'm just going to place my stop and profit. And now I'm going to put this another entry. And remember, guys, the buy signal did not happen at the candle close. It happened at the institutional entry line right here. Each entry line is an entry point. You can think of it as 1, 2, 3, 4 entries, or A, B, and C entries, which I'll go over in the settings in just a bit. But we're going to repeat the process. This time I'm going to put it right behind this previous low, and we're going to use the same TP as the other trade and continue to monitor this position. It came right back down for another retest, and let's go. Let's go. Just like that. All right, so now let's go over the settings and all the options you have available to you as a lifetime member within Prop Firm Algo. The strategy between the 2.1 version and the 3.0 version is the exact same. Here, you just have the ranging detection features, and then you have the ability to control the amount of entries per retest per each individual entry point. So here we have A, B, C, and D, which we could control individually. And if we go into the 2.1 version right here, we would control A and B together, and then C and D together, all in one input. So there's a little more flexibility. Plus, of course, the best part, the ranging detection feature. So let's continue to go back in here, and I'm going to put this at 1. This is saying I only want one entry point for entry A. And now I'm going to say I only want one entry point for entry B. And I only want one entry point for entry C. And here I'm going to say I only want one entry point for D. So now I'm only going to get one signal per individual retest. I have them colored like this so I know the difference between each entry. You could turn these on and off by showing the entry points, and then you could just eliminate the entry by turning off this if you want. So maybe some traders will like the A entry or the B entry, and let's say I only want A entry signals, then you have only the A entries on. But what is the difference? There are different retracement levels in a confirmed trend. And these different levels are totally up to you guys and up to your preference. So one entry you might like and one entry others might like. So the entries that I like might be a little different from the entries that you like, but all these entries are extremely, extremely profitable. So let's turn all of these back on. So here now I'm going to get less signals, being that I only have one retest per signal. See, right there, I did not get the signal right there because I have it at 1. And if I go back into the indicator, and now I'm just going to ramp this up to 3, 3, and 3, and 3. And for those of you who don't know what a retest is, it's basically just when price comes back to a certain level and retests that zone if it either catches support or breaks. So we're looking for price to retest, meaning touch these entry lines one more time. And the more that you bring those numbers up, the more signals that you will have. You can see a couple of them popped up right here. Another cool feature that you have inside the 3.0 update, of course, you have the 2.1 TradingView version cloud. So you could turn that back on. But in this case, I'm just going to turn it off so that way we look at the 3.0 features only. But for now, we're just going to turn that off and continue on to the next features. We have the top-down analysis feature, which allows you to look at multiple support and resistance. And this is what I was talking about earlier. So you could stay away from buying at the top or, let's say, selling at the bottom. By turning this on, all I really need to look at, and the only thing I care about, is the daily and the 4-hour support and resistance. So I have that turned on, but notice that we're trading on the 15-minute time frame. So I'm trading on the 15-minute, right? But we're looking at the higher time frame support and resistance. So that will allow us to, let's say, stay away from entries that are at the daily resistance. If there is a daily resistance, the higher time frame is that much stronger. And it's showing us that historically, price has failed to break past this daily resistance. So in the case that we did get into this buy entry, well, at least we know, let's get out right at the daily resistance for a take profit. All of this that I just went over with the daily support and resistance is also available for all members. And since we're going over more of the 3.0 version, you could go ahead and watch the previous videos to learn more about the top-down analysis feature section and then also the RSI filter. But the TRF line, this is the new feature for lifetime members. We could control the TRF percentage, and by ramping this number up, you're increasing the sensitivity of the TRF line. So you're going to see it change position each time you bring this value up. And the safe place for me on the 15-minute is around 22. That's where I have it. So I'm just going to put it at 22. And the trend moderator addition value, when you apply more at this level here, it basically allows you to control how much reversals you want to be provided on an individual chart. Meaning, let's say you're trading another instrument, you could play with those values and you'll get more or less reversal points. So anywhere between 22 or 14, but in this case, we're just going to put everything back at default. So these are the reversal points provided by the TRF line where you can use them as entries, but I rather have the institutional entry lines as my entry point. The best part about this is the default just on the 15-minute time frame works absolutely beautiful. And let's say if you want to change the colors of the TRF line, you may give you the option to change the colors of the TRF line. So that's pretty cool in itself. But I really prefer the standard colors of prop firm algo. It really allows me to stay clearly focused on the current trend. And it's very straightforward for me personally. So in this case, I'm just going to put it back and have it like that. Sweet. Now we're looking at the RTD line. And before I show you guys this next part of the ranging trending detection feature, I actually want to do something for everyone who is still skeptical about this strategy. I'm just going to minimize this here and I'm going completely blind and I'm going to choose a random point for us to backtest. And I'm going to press these buy and sell buttons while we're using the replay mode in TradingView. So I'm just going back here. I can't see the candles. I can't see the price. I don't know where we are. I'm just going to go back here super random. And I think this is a great place. Let's go ahead and do replay. Let's go ahead and choose this point here. And let's just turn this on right here. All right, great. So here we are. And now we're going to actually test this thing. Let's see if this is fast enough. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Maybe it's a little fast. But let's go ahead and buy and maybe go a little slower because that's like really, really fast. All right, so here we are. And now we're going to flatten at the previous high. Flatten. Waiting for a second retest. I just entered at the B institutional entry line. Flatten. Let's see. Waiting for it to enter. All right, we're at the C institutional entry line. At the previous high, I'm out. It's fighting the TRF line. Closed. I'm going to enter at the right here. Oh, a little late on that. Moved way too quick for me to catch it. But that's good right there. We have a buying volume of 0.33. This thing is moving so fast. I need to slow it down. We missed that entry because I was literally trying to catch it. It was just way too fast. Yeah, it was moving a little too fast for me, so let's just slow it down. And now we're going to buy with the signal. Hopefully this is a better speed. There you go. Exit. Again, we're waiting for the retest. So notice when price touches this line again, like I said, we're having the signal fire immediately. Waiting for that retest one more time. And let's go ahead and turn on the top-down analysis feature. So that way we can make sure we're aware of the higher time frame. And the top-down analysis feature, we're going to put it at 1. So that way I can choose whether or not I'm going to enter at that signal with my own judgment. All right, let's continue. Just enter it again. You have a buying volume of 23%. But here we have a reversal, possible reversal. All right, we're at the 4-hour resistance, so I'm out of this trade. Let's see if it comes back to the entry. And now look, I entered at the institutional entry line without a signal, which is fine. I'm still following the prop firm algo strategy, which I do a lot. Once you use this, you get to see and understand where the strategy is. You don't even need the signals. The signals are there for you to learn the strategy, but typically you don't really need the signals. All right, reversal point. I exited because we're seeing a possible reversal point. See, now I'm protecting my account. And the sell volume is pretty high right now, 100%. So I don't really want to enter long when there's a selling volume of -%. I want everything to be in alignment. Nice. It was too fast for me to go. Look at that. I just want to play this back one more time. So we missed this signal, but since we're anticipating the entry, once price touches the institutional entry line, after this, we could have bought right there. Absolutely beautiful. Buying at the institutional entry line and exiting at the previous high. So here, look, and now notice that the buying volume is only 2%. So if it's only 2% and you see that it's ranging, why hold on to this trade? Let's just get out of this trade and close it out. Flatten. And there you have it, guys. Like I just showed you that I chose a random spot to trade in, and look at all the profitable trades I had. Really, really amazing tool. And before I wrap up this video, we're going to look at the RTD line. This RTD line, we could control the strength of this, which is basically going to control how close or far the RTD line is to the chart. You could play with this going on different time frames, but I use the RTD line on default. And then you could also control the colors, the volatility. Once you activate the volatility, or once you ramp up the volatility right here, it's going to control the reversal points on the RTD line, which is right here at these points right here. These are the reversal points of the RTD line. But take a look at this, guys. Wow, absolutely amazing. Look at all these signals. Not one was losing. If we go from here all the way to this is 11 days of straight profitable trades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 entries in the last 11 days, and each one were winning trades. And that's a total of 15,000 points or 159 pips. Huge. And you're not getting a bunch of sell signals when it's clearly a bullish trend like these BS indicators out there. All these other indicators are completely misguiding you by giving you these sell signals that are completely pointless. If it's a bullish trend, you should only be buying. There's no reason to be trying to scalp this little short and then the indicator just gives you the sell signal for no reason, guys. This is the power of prop firm algo, guys. So for all of you that were skeptical, just go watch the previous videos once again where I show you live screen recording and where I sent out the trades pre-analysis to the community before even taking them. And I even showed you choosing a random place on TradingView where I had no idea where I was going. This is how you can up your winning rates and master trading. And if that's still not enough for you, you could even check out the live streaming with the community of prop firm algo that I do with the lifetime members only. There's a bunch of videos I have on my channel, so be sure to check those out. And if you want to join me while trading live, be sure to sign up as a lifetime member before the discount runs out, as these spots are very limited. That would give you access to being able to join the live Zoom calls and so much more, like first access to all updates of prop firm algo and great discount opportunities with the best prop firm companies. Well, that's it for now, guys. I really hope that this video helped you out, and I'll catch you in the next videos. Be sure to like and sub if you haven't already, as it really helps and inspires me to continue to make these videos for you guys for free on YouTube. Part of Algo Bros, and Milken is out.